From translation, ISV International Standard Version. This 50th day of the year. Today we are reading passages Numbers 18 to 20. Numbers chapter 18, verses 1 to 32. The Lord said to Aaron, "You, your sons, and your father's household are to bear the responsibility for offenses against the sanctuary, while you and your sons are to bear the responsibility for offenses against the priesthood. Bring your kinsmen from the tribe of Levi, your father's tribe, to join you and assist you and your sons before the tent of the testimony. They are to assist you and be responsible for all the duties of the tent of the testimony. No unauthorized person is to come near you. They are to be responsible for the care of the furnishings of the tent of the testimony, and you are to be responsible for its care. Do not let unauthorized persons come near the furnishings of the sanctuary or the altar. You are to be responsible for the care of the sanctuary and the altar, so that wrath may not come on the people of Israel. I myself have chosen your fellow Levites from among the people of Israel as a gift to you, dedicated to the Lord to do the work at the tent of the testimony. But you and your sons are to perform the priestly duties for everything concerning the altar and behind the veil, and you will be responsible for serving. I am giving you the priesthood as a service, but any unauthorized person who comes near will be put to death." Then the Lord said to Aaron, "I have given you the authority over the contributions brought to me. I have set apart all the holy offerings of the people of Israel as your portion and your sons, forever. This is your portion of the holy offerings, the best of the olive oil, the best of the new wine and the grain, the firstfruits of what they give the Lord to you. You are to set apart the best of every gift as a holy offering to the Lord. Give the best of it to your sons. The contributions given to you by the people of Israel are your allotted share. I have given them to you and to your sons and daughters as your permanent share. Everyone who is ceremonially clean in your household may eat of it. I have given you all the finest olive oil and new wine and grain that the people of Israel give to the Lord as their firstfruits. I have given them to you and your sons and daughters as your permanent share. Everyone in your household who is ceremonially clean may eat of it. Everything in Israel that is set apart for the Lord belongs to you. The firstborn of any animal that is yours, whether human or animal, will be yours. But you must redeem the firstborn of a human being, and you must redeem the unclean firstborn of an animal. Everything in their possession that is presented to the Lord, whether human beings or animals or their landholdings, will be yours. You may give these as an inheritance to your sons after you, and you may pass them on as a permanent possession. For the redemption price of the firstborn of people or of unclean animals, you are to take 5 shekels, according to the sanctuary shekel, which is 20 gerahs, but you must not redeem the firstborn of cattle, sheep, or goats. They are holy. You are to sprinkle their blood on the altar and burn their fat as an offering made by fire, a pleasing aroma to the Lord. Their meat is yours, just as the breast of the wave offering and the right thigh are yours. I have given to you, to your sons, and to your daughters as your permanent share all the holy contributions of the people of Israel. This is a permanent covenant of salt before the Lord for you and your descendants. The Lord said to Aaron, "You will not have any land in their territory or any share among them. I am your share and your inheritance among the people of Israel. To the Levites I have given all the tithes in Israel as their inheritance in return for the work they do while serving the tent of the testimony. From now on the people of Israel must not go near the tent of the testimony, or they will bear the consequences and die. But the Levites are to do the work of the tent of the testimony, and they will bear the consequences. This is a permanent regulation for all generations to come. They will receive no inheritance among the people of Israel. Instead, I have given the Levites the tithes that the people of Israel present to the Lord as their inheritance. That is why I said concerning them, they will receive no inheritance among the people of Israel. The Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the Levites and tell them, when you receive from the people of Israel the tithes that I have given you as your inheritance, you are to present 1/10 of that tithe as an offering to the Lord. Your offering will be credited to you as if it were grain from the threshing floor or new wine from the winepress. In this way, you will also present an offering to the Lord from all the tithes you receive from the people of Israel. You will give the Lord's portion to Aaron the priest. You must present all the best of your sacred offerings. Give to the priest the best of your offerings so that you will not be guilty of sinning when you eat them. Say to the Levites, when you present the best of your offerings, it will be credited to you as if it were grain from the threshing floor or new wine from the winepress. You may eat it anywhere in your families, because it is your pay for your work at the tent of the testimony. By presenting the best of your offerings, you will not be guilty of sinning, and you will not profane the holy things of the people of Israel. Then you will not die." Numbers chapter 19, verses 1 to 22. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "This is a permanent regulation for the people of Israel. Give them this instruction: to produce water of cleansing, take a red heifer that is without defect and has never been under yoke. Give it to Eleazar the priest, and he will take it outside the camp and slaughter it in his presence. Eleazar the priest is to take some of its blood and sprinkle it with his finger toward the front of the tent of the testimony. Then the heifer is to be burned in his presence. Its hide, flesh, and blood are to be burned completely, along with its dung. The priest is to take some cedar wood, hyssop, and scarlet wool, and throw them into the fire that burns the heifer. After that the priest must wash his clothes and bathe himself with water. He may then come into the camp, but he will be ceremonially unclean until evening. The man who burns the heifer must also wash his clothes and bathe himself with water. He will be ceremonially unclean until evening. A man who is ceremonially clean is to collect the ashes of the heifer and store them in a ceremonially clean place outside the camp. They are to be kept for the people of Israel to use in preparing the water of cleansing. It is a purification offering. The man who collects the heifer's ashes must also wash his clothes and be ceremonially unclean until evening. This will be a permanent regulation for the people of Israel and for any foreigner who lives among them. Whoever touches a human corpse will be ceremonially unclean for 7 days. That person must purify himself with the water on the 3rd day and on the 7th day, and then he will be clean. But if he does not purify himself on the 3rd and 7th days, he will not be clean. Whoever touches a human corpse but fails to purify himself defiles the Lord's tabernacle. That person must be cut off from Israel, because the water of cleansing has not been sprinkled on him, and he is still unclean. This will be a permanent regulation. This is the regulation regarding a person who dies in a tent. Anyone who enters the tent or anyone who is in it will be ceremonially unclean for 7 days. Any open vessel that has no cover fastened on it will be unclean. Also, anyone in the open field who touches someone who has been killed with a sword or who has died a natural death, or a human bone, or a grave will be unclean for 7 days. For the unclean person, take some ashes from the burnt purification offering and add fresh water to them in a vessel. A man who is ceremonially clean is to take a bunch of hyssop, dip it in the water, and sprinkle the tent and all the furnishings and the people who were there. He must also sprinkle the one who touched the human bone, or the grave, or anyone who had been killed, or who had died a natural death. The man who is ceremonially clean must sprinkle the unclean person on the 3rd day and on the 7th day, and on the 7th day he will be clean. But if the unclean person does not get purified on the 7th day, he will not be clean. Those who become unclean and do not purify themselves will be cut off from the community, because they have defiled the sanctuary of the Lord. The water of cleansing has not been sprinkled on them, and they are unclean. This will be a permanent regulation for them. The one who sprinkles the water of cleansing must also wash his clothes, and anyone who touches the water of cleansing will be unclean until evening. Whatever an unclean person touches becomes unclean, and anyone who touches it becomes unclean until evening. Numbers chapter 20, verses 1 to 29. The whole community of Israelites arrived at the desert of Zin in the 1st month. The people stayed at Kadesh, and Miriam died and was buried there. Now there was no water for the community, and the people gathered against Moses and Aaron. They argued with Moses and said, "If only we had perished when our brothers perished before the Lord. Why did you bring the Lord's community into this wilderness, that we and our livestock should die here? Why did you bring us up out of Egypt to bring us to this terrible place? It is a place with no grain or figs, grapevines or pomegranates. There is no water to drink." Moses and Aaron went from the assembly to the entrance of the tent of the testimony and fell face down. The glory of the Lord appeared to them. The Lord said to Moses, "Take the staff, and you and your brother Aaron assemble the community. Speak to the rock before their eyes, and it will pour out its water. You will bring water out of the rock for the community, so they can drink." So Moses took the staff from the Lord's presence as he had commanded. Moses and Aaron gathered the assembly together in front of the rock, and Moses said to them, "Listen, you rebels, must we bring you water out of this rock?" Then Moses raised his arm and struck the rock twice with his staff. Water gushed out, and the community and their livestock drank. But the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Because you did not trust me enough to honor me as holy in the sight of the people of Israel, you will not bring this community into the land I give them. These are the waters of Meribah, where the Israelites quarreled with the Lord, and where he showed himself holy among them." Moses sent messengers from Kadesh to the king of Edom, saying, "This is what your brother Israel says. You know about all the hardships that have come upon us. Our ancestors went down into Egypt, and we lived there many years. The Egyptians mistreated us and our ancestors. When we cried out to the Lord, he heard our cry and sent an angel and brought us out of Egypt. Now we are here at Kadesh, a town on the border of your territory. Let us pass through your country. We will not go through any field or vineyard, or drink water from any well. We will travel along the king's highway until we have passed through your territory." But Edom answered, "Do not pass through our land, or we will come out and attack you with the sword." The people of Israel said to them, "We will go along the main road, and if we or our livestock drink any of your water, we will pay for it. Only let us travel through on foot, nothing else, just as we have done." But Edom refused. They came out in large force to block Israel's advance. Then the people of Israel moved on from Kadesh, and the whole community of Israelites came to Mount Hor. At Mount Hor, near the border of Edom, the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Aaron will be gathered to his people. He will not enter the land that I have given to the people of Israel, because you both rebelled against my command at the waters of Meribah. Get Aaron and his son Eleazar, and have them ascend Mount Hor. Remove Aaron's priestly garments and put them on his son Eleazar. Then Aaron will be gathered to his people, and will die there." Moses did as the Lord commanded. They went up Mount Hor in the sight of the whole community. Moses removed Aaron's garments and put them on Eleazar his son. Then Aaron died there on top of the mountain. Moses and Eleazar came down from the mountain. When the whole community learned that Aaron had died, all the people mourned for him 30 days.